Hi, welcome back. In this video tutorial, I will discuss with you the inline declarations. Traditionally in SAP ABAP, data declarations are made either at the beginning of program or they occur in the subroutine, function module or method implementation as a local variables. The local variables that are declared in these ways have to be typed explicitly. Means for such variables we have to provide the data type explicitly in the program. Inline declarations are new way of declaring variables and field symbols. An inline declaration works like short form of declaration statement. If used correctly, inline declarations are excellent way of making program leaner and easier to understand. The basic idea behind an inline declaration is in order to be able to perform a syntax check, the program compiler knows what data type it wants. So why not let it decide the data type of your variable and create it? So instead of declaring the variable yourself, let the compiler declare it for you. The new inline declaration operator, data and field symbol allows inline declaration of variables and field symbols with declaration expressions in declaration positions. Declaration positions are the positions where operand type can be determined from the context statically. For example, here the data type of variable LV vehicle is derived from the character string Mercedes. Since the length of the character in the word Mercedes is 8, so data type of this variable LV vehicle will be char 8. Similarly here, since the data type of iTab internet table already known, from it the data type of work area can be determined. Now let's discuss few examples of inline declarations. As you can see here, we have two columns, one with old syntax, another with new syntax. This will give you a better understanding and side-by-side comparison of old and new syntax. Let's start with data declaration operation. Here, normally what we does is, whenever we want to assign some values to any variable, we declare that variable first by providing explicitly the data type and then we assign value to that variable, as you can see here. With a new syntax, the same operation can be achieved with a single line. What you have to do here is you have to use a new declaration operator data. Inside bracket, you have to put that variable, and to the right side of value assignment, you have to provide the value to that variable. The compiler is smart enough to understand the type of this variable based on the value that we are assigning to it. Since the character length here is 5, compiler will create LV text of type char 5. Now let's look at the second example. Here what we are doing is we are looping at internet table iTab into work area WA. The data type of work area we have explicitly mentioned here, which is like line of internet table iTab. With the new syntax, you don't need to declare the data type of work area explicitly in your program. You just have to use operator data. In bracket, you have to type the work area name, and compiler will determine the data type of work area based on the data type of internal table. Same applies to field symbol. As you can see here, we have declared field symbol fs line explicitly, and then we are using it in loop. But with new syntax, you don't need to explicitly declare the field symbol fs line. You can use it directly in your loop and loop statement like this. The same logic applies when you try to read single record from internal table using keyword read table. Instead of declaring explicitly in a program, you can use the declaration operator data and field symbol in the read table statement itself to read the record of internal table. You can use declaration operator data to collect the output of importing parameter of method, as you can see here in this example. As you can see, we have not declared the data type for V1 and V2 explicitly for new syntax. That means while importing data in method, the target variable can now be dynamically defined and used by inline declaration. But this cannot be used when importing in function module. Definitely, this would have made our life much easier, but this is not possible in case of call function.